question is from Sister Afrina. What does it mean that prophets were the severely tested people? What about now? The Muslims in China are being tested, and those who are child trafficked. Is their test not difficult?
Nobody said that their test is not difficult, but when you compare it to the testing of prophets and messengers of Allah Azza wa Jal, you will find that it is greater. The tests of messengers for someone like Nuh, for example, calling his people for 950, not days, not weeks, not months, 950 years, 9 centuries and a half, and they're rejecting him, ridiculing him, making fun of him, and only to take his people who believed on his ark and see his own son and his own wife perish and die. With the disbelievers, what kind of tests are these? Ibrahim, peace be upon him, at a young age, 16 or 17, destroying the idols, they interrogate him and they decide to build the hugest fire ever and to throw him in it, and he makes it. Then Allah tells him when he is 80 years of age to circumcise himself with an axe. 80 years, and he does that. And then he's blessed with a child when he is almost 100 years of age, and he doesn't know how this could be. And then when the child is an infant, he's told to go to Mecca, which is a desert between mountains, and to leave the child and his mother there without any food or water or any inhabitants. Then when the child grows up to be 14 years of age, Allah tells him to go and slaughter him. And we can go on and mentioning the hardship that these great prophets and messengers faced. And definitely what the yogers are suffering in China is horrendous, but it doesn't come close. With all this suffering, they can always pretend to be disbelievers. They can eat pork when forced. They can abandon salah and pray in their mind when forced. They can take off the hijab when forced. And Allah would not hold them accountable for that because they are compelled, they're forced. And Allah does not burden us with such accountability. Those in child trafficking, well, this is their test. Everyone has a test. So I don't expect Muslims to come and say, well, is the test of Prophet Sulaiman, who was a king and he could control the jinn, more severe, or I who have colon cancer, or I have whatever, this or that illness. It's not the way you think testing is. Testing is something that Allah Azza wa Jal tests people with that can make them or break them. And each person's test differs than the others according to Allah's knowledge of them. So one should not go into what is a territory specified for Allah Azza wa Jal to judge and to test others. We do not get to question Allah Azza wa Jal, and He questions all of His creations.
Jazakallah khair.